Hello everyone and welcome to the Gold Coast. We're at Ignite 2017 and my name's Sansome. I'm one of the co-track owners for the data analytics tracks, and we've had a wonderful bunch of sessions, and I'm privileged enough to be here with two speakers who did one of the sessions which was hugely packed and popular. Did you guys want to introduce yourselves?
Sure. So Rolf is my name. I'm what's called a data solution architect in the Azure cloud. So I focus in the Azure cloud specifically on data.
Brilliant.
Hi, I'm Kristina Rumpff. I'm a data platform solution architect. Basically do the same thing that Rolf does, but I do on-premise as well, so anywhere data.
Fantastic. And I heard whispers in the corridor is that your session was hugely popular. I mean, what was it on?
Cognitive services. So we did a deep dive on cognitive services. Rolf discussed the text analytics and I talked about Lewis.
Yeah.
That's right, yeah. So we kicked off with a broad overview of exactly what cognitive services is and why it's good for you and why businesses might want to use it, some interesting use cases. And then kind of went into it too deep. It was just too much to cover in one session, so we went deep into two.
Yeah.
And I think it was pretty well received. We had a lot of fun, had a lot of interaction.
That's good.
I'm hoping a lot of people took away some pretty interesting ideas that they could apply.
That's fantastic. I was going to say, for people who didn't go to the session or watch it online, what would be the general pitch for cognitive services that you give? What was the
key takeaway?
The key takeaway from the session?
I think from my perspective and my personal experience and what I've seen at clients too, I feel that the key takeaway is that these things, these are out there, these are publicly available for use, and there's so years of research has gone into the cognitive effort by Microsoft, and it's really obfuscated down to a single API call, and I think that's part of its simplicity and its beauty, that you can do some just amazing things without ever having to own the infrastructure or invest heavily in developing that yourself. So for me, that was my key takeaway I wanted to provide to the attendees.
Great. And say, Chrissy, yours?
And my key takeaway is that these are available as free services. There's a paid tier and a free tier. So really, just get out there and start using them, start experimenting, start playing, and you'd be amazed on what you can do.
Yeah. And I say there's something like 20 of them now.
Yeah, 24. That's
24.
Right.
I guess. Do you guys both have a favourite each?
Yeah, I've probably used text analytics the most, and I think it's one that a lot of clients can relate to, because a lot of clients have touch points with their customers, and that might be through social media perhaps, or maybe even a contact center, and so they can do things like analyze transcripts for sentiment, of their touch points with their clients, and then adjust what they do as a business accordingly based upon that sentiment. So that's my personal favourite, maybe because I've seen a lot of fantastic benefits come out from clients and the way that they change their business accordingly. It's just something else. It's great.
Yeah. And Chrissy, yours?
So I actually talk a lot about Lewis, which is our language understanding intelligence service, which allows you to understand intents behind sentences. It's a very, very cool piece of technology. But my actual favourite cognitive service is the image processing and image recognition services. Right. For example, you could post a picture of Rolf and I into it and it would say a very tall man and a very short woman having a conversation. Yes. It's very clever.
Okay. Yeah, they are very, very clever, and it was nice that how Rolf, you pointed out, it's decades of research that have gone into some of these.
Absolutely, and Microsoft has been in this space for a very, very long time, and this is just something that a lot of clients can benefit from that perhaps would have been something they could never have done themselves. And so Microsoft has done this and provided this out to clients in a consumable, publicly available way. That they can then start to integrate in things that they do with the business as a data pipeline, for example. So one of the examples I gave, and Scott Guthrie as well did a similar presentation, was around a data pipeline for social media, for example, where it can capture content, capture data, do an analysis on that, and then provide that back to the business in a visual way that can be easily consumed. And I think this is part of its beauty. It just is so simple to use, and there's a lot of tooling out there that enables you to do that very, very quickly. So for me, that was my sort of one enjoyment of working with cognitive, and certainly in the presentation, I think that was quite well received too.
Yeah. And I was to say, Chrissy, then I'll chuck it to you. I love how Rolf points out the simplicity of the cognitive services, and I guess that raises the question of, so who's the target audience for cognitive services in your opinion?
Maybe you can kick off with that if you'd like.
I think we've done a lot of the work for you as Microsoft. You don't need to be a data scientist to use this stuff. Basically, anybody who understands how to programmatically call things via an API can use these services. So it could be just about anybody can use them. I did a presentation yesterday about how you can embed these cognitive services just into our reporting platform, Power BI. Very easy to use, very easy to call. Could be anybody.
And I also like Logic Apps as a graphical application platform, fundamentally a workflow platform, and there's native connectors to talk to the cognitive services that you can just drop onto the design grid and just start to leverage with little to no code. And again, this is the simplicity that Microsoft's provided for clients to consume. It's just fantastic.
And I've got to say, cognitive service then, so simplicity is really nice, so devs without a data science background can jump on it. What about the devs who do have a data science background?
Yeah, there's definitely a difference. I mean, machine learning, I think that's where you're going to with data science around machine learning and similar types of programmatic languages, those sorts of things. Versus cognitive services, they're different. They're related, but they're different. So machine learning is, maybe the way I like to describe it is, clients who want to perform some sort of provide a predictive outcome for the business based upon data they already have, and they want to provide that data and perform some sort of machine learning to provide an outcome that they can make a decision on. So machine learning is really kind of targeted in that space and in a graphical way, whereas cognitive is a little bit beyond that. It's more about giving your applications a human side, face, emotion, recognizing emotion and talking in different languages to different people in a very, kind of simple way to engage with your clients. And I think there's a key difference between the two.
Yeah. And I mean, it's great to hear how we have all levels of the stack. So it's kind of, no matter what user you are, you have that access to it.
The way I like to think about it is that with cognitive services, we've done the data science for you. So a number of these cognitive services do have machine learning algorithms sitting in behind it.
Yes.
We've obfuscated it or taken that complexity away and just published them as a service. They're great for certain use cases, but if you are a data scientist and you do want to do some more predictive modelling, that's when we have machine learning available.
Yeah, and I was going to say, do you then in that case, have you ever come across a customer where they've used the cognitive services and kind of said, oh, maybe that doesn't give us the highest accuracy, so we'll use Azure machine learning to write our own model?
So I've had a number of conversations in this area, and to be honest, cognitive services are so new. People are just getting their heads around it at the moment. And while people are learning it, the platform's going to evolve and improve. But right now, we'll talk to somebody who's in mining and they want to use languages that's around rocks and minerals, and those types of services aren't available yet. But we feel that they might go and create a machine learning algorithm to cover that area that's missing, and we might be able to roll that back in or do whatever going forward. Who knows where it's going to go?
And then just adding to that, I think this is the beauty of cloud. I mean, this is what cloud does. It's about innovation, at a rate of knots. And so it's just because it's not there today doesn't mean it's not going to be there next week. And I think this is what you're getting at. The barrier is moving so quickly, and these things are available. There's 24 today cognitive services. Doesn't mean there's not going to be 25 tomorrow. And so these things are just coming out, and it's just available to anyone to start to consume these things. So it's a beautiful time to be in IT, I think.
Oh, exactly. And I was going to say, so we've got to wrap up there, but if you were to have one last line to give to the audience before we wrap up, what would that line be?
Yeah, I would say don't be scared of them. I think I think you'll not only have fun working with these things, but I think it will change the way that you interact with your customers and change the direction of your business. So start having a look at them, have a go. It doesn't cost you anything, and I think your outcome, you'll be very, very pleased and surprised.
I second that. Just get in there, start playing, learning. It's awesome.
Fantastic. Okay, well, thank you for everyone watching. We're here at Ignite 2017 in the Gold Coast. There's the data analytics track. Rolf and Chrissy doing a super job on the cognitive services. Look forward to talking to you soon. Okay, signing off. Bye.